Welcome back to episode 17 of From the Couch. How are you guys doing? We got Peter, we got Aiden back returning here for another week. Got lots of sports to talk about today. How are you guys doing?
Not bad, Levi. Not bad. Happy to be here. Ready to just get right into it. Got some good stuff to talk about today.
My baseball fandom is dead. Cardinals lost a series to the Los Angeles Angels. Everything is miserable right now.
Yeah, not looking so great for a few of our teams, and that's something that we'll talk about later on in the episode. But first, let's get to some quick rapid fire news. Coming out of the NHL, the Blackhawks have re-signed Connor Bedard, and then they signed Patrick Kane. How do you feel about that? And I know you're our hockey guy. What's your quick take on that?
Connor Bedard's a no-brainer. He's an absolute stud. I think he's like 19 or 20, if I'm not mistaken. Patrick Kane, he's just kind of been a figure in the Blackhawks organization for Lord knows how long, and I'm hoping that he'll get the type of farewell tour. I don't know if this is a farewell tour or just when that comes around, kind of like Ovechkin. I know obviously Ovechkin was breaking a goal record, but Patrick Kane deserves something like that just as much. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but Bedard is a no-brainer. I mean, 5 years at $15 million. He's one of the best players in hockey, even though the team is god-awful right now. And then Patrick Kane, it's a great homecoming for him.
Very good indeed, guys. Next quick thing we got to talk about, Fernando Mendoza. He has made it official. He is signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. How are we feeling about that?
I did not know that he didn't sign with the Raiders yet. I thought that he was one of the first players of the rookie class to actually sign his deal. But good for him. Obviously, again, he's the face of the franchise for the Raiders moving forward, and looking forward to him slinging the ball around in Vegas.
yep, same thoughts. Congrats to him. I kind of also thought he already signed, so I was pretty shocked to hear that he's just now signed. But it's not. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's to be expected. So, congrats to him again, though.
I don't know how that kind of works after you get drafted. I'm not sure. Even though you get drafted, I don't think it necessarily means that your contract has begun. I'm sure there's a few things they have to do in the background until the season gets closer.
Right, like contract negotiations. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was down. It was down to happen, of course. So yeah, congrats to Mendoza. I'm sure you got a nice contract. You're going to be very well compensated, but let's make sure your performance is there. That's for sure. On top of that, offensive linebacker Nick Scorton with the Carolina Panthers, he has gotten a torn ACL. So I believe, with an ACL, there's likely no chance in playing this season if I'm correct, an ACL injuries, right?
Correct. He has
more.
ACL.
There's. It would have if by some miracle he was healthy, it wouldn't be till probably the playoffs. And Lord knows the Panthers are probably making the playoffs anyways. So
there's a
weirder things have happened.
Honestly,
well, I hate to break it to, like an ACL now, like in most sports, are like a year-long entry they recover from.
Right.
Yeah. And my God, mind you, like if it was like a 4 to 5 month injury where it's like, hey, like he's back and he's up and out and he's like getting ready to go for the season. Heck, I would have loved that when Derrick Rose was playing for the Chicago Bulls back in the day. But that didn't happen. So, he's probably done for the year. It stinks for him, stinks for the Panthers, feel for him.
Yeah,
it does suck.
Yeah, bad for the Panthers. Well, okay, we're going to get to some serious drama going on right now in the WNBA. So, of course, it always seems to revolve around Caitlin Clark, but there was an article just written about her not too long ago. USA Today writer compared Clark's fans to Emmett Till murder back in 1955. But in the article, it primarily talks about Clark's on-court behavior. I mean, what do you guys think is going on right now? I've seen a lot of the drama, a lot of people talking about some of like the intentional hits on Clark, and it seems like there's a little bit of a back and forth going between Caitlin Clark versus the rest of the WNBA and how everybody feels about it. And I feel like this article just kind of took it a step further and just that whole drama that she has to deal with. I mean, what do you guys think about all this drama? Is this a step too far in that direction?
Personally, for me, I just want to say this. As someone who studied journalism, and again, I'm not saying I'm a journalist now, but for you to basically compare her fan base to an angry mob that murdered a innocent African American child back in 1955 is absolutely crazy to me. Like, again, I get it. Fan bases are rabid. Fan bases are crazy. You know, it can get a little bit wild at times, right? But in no way, shape, or form are we talking about, you know, hey, like we're associating, like, hey, like Caitlin Clark fans are an angry racist mob, like wanting to kill people. Like, let's just be perfectly honest. Most fans are not like that, right? They're not like out here, you know, terrible, awful things. And you could make a point about saying, hey, the fan behavior in the WNBA is completely important and needs to be, you know, fixed, not just in the WNBA, but in sports in general. But to put that in an article, primarily talk about Clark's on the court behavior is like, it's so unnecessary. Like what are you trying to prove? Like, if you're wanting to stoop so low to go to that point, comparing her very active fan base to that, like, it's a really bad mark on American journalism in general. And I feel like there needs to be a lot of like inward reflection and a lot of just, you know, a moment to be like, maybe like I should not have taken it that far. But when she went on her Twitter account to apologize, she doubled down and she was like, "Oh, but I need to add context." And I'm like, "But you had the article to add the context. So what are we doing here?" Like, I feel like if you're an American journalist nowadays, like, this is a moment I feel like you need to pause and just reflect and be like, maybe we are fanning the flames way too hard on this, and we're using Caitlin Clark as the figurehead of everything that is wrong in sports right now, when she's not the main reason why this is happening. This is just fandom in general that's gone awry.
Yeah, I think Peter put that perfectly. I think without getting into the politics of it, because that's not what we are. We're not a political commentary group here. We are strictly focused on the athletic side of things. There is a very clear, I don't want to say target, but there are a lot of bad fouls that do go against Caitlin Clark that aren't called. I'm also going based off what I see online, right? I don't see I don't watch every single game. I'm not a WNBA watcher, like straight up. I'm just gonna keep it a stack there. I don't watch every WNBA game. So all I see is the rose tinted, oh, she was fouled like this happened, that happened. Like, so it's very easy to say, oh, well, you just don't watch the games. It's true. However, I do think it's kind of insane to then take a step further and say that the way she's behaving on the court is similar to that of a group that killed an innocent young man back in the 50s. Like, that is a step that should never be taken ever. I think as fans of sports in general, anybody, doesn't matter what side of it you're on, you should be more than willing to say, hey, this isn't right. Like, I mean, I even in the history, like, think of like Alabama Auburn, right? The Iron Bowl, very very heated rivalry, right? There was the whole situation of the guy that poisoned the tree or whatever, right? Like, that's a step too far, but that's still better than comparing somebody to what was compared to. I'm not even like, I don't feel like it's, yeah, doesn't even need to be
Shouldn't
said.
even be said at that point.
Like, that it's just insanity. And I think it's a really bad look for, like Peter said, journalism as a whole. And I think that if USA Today is smart, they either force a retraction or they part ways with this person, because you can't have that kind of commentary involved in what is at the end of the day a basketball game, right? Like,
Right.
that's my opinion. But
Yeah,
so,
and I mean, I get what journalists, they obviously have a job to do. They have a lot of things to talk about, but they're just you would think, especially with the time they take to devote to writing these articles, they have a lot of, I'm sure Peter probably knows, a lot of different things they have to go through before they can actually publish it. So the fact that you even go through that, and you maybe proofread it, and you are like, yeah, I think I'm okay with saying these things and publishing that article, just seems like an absurdity to me. Like, why would you even go about and doing that? People are going to hate as far as like sports related goes. They can hate on players all they want. There's several different players that get hated all the time. But when you take it to another level, especially when you get politics involved, and you're just completely like disrespecting a player in a fashion that involves things that are dating back to 1955 for a specific case that occurred, that's just inappropriate behavior. I don't care what's going on in the athletic world. Don't take it to that level. Don't make it personal. Just show your disrespect in a much more professional and mannerable way. That's how I think it should be done.
Now, guys, and I think that that's like one of the biggest problems is the fact that people are equating, you know, basically the title of the article, which was the criticism of Clark's behavior on the court, and then she added it on this little thing. Like, again, when people actually like read the context, she's primarily talking about the fans, not Clark herself. And I think, again, going back to what I was saying, if you want to write in a piece about, hey, certain fans are taking it a step too far, because yes, there have been WNBA players that have gone out and said, hey, we're getting abhorrent racist comments on social media and sometimes in person when they're playing. Like, that does happen, right? That's a separate article that you can have a commentary on.
yeah, I agree.
To just decide to throw that in there in an article that's probably talk about Caitlin Clark's behavior, which in and of itself, like people are fans of her, people are not fans of her. I like Caitlin Clark. I don't think that she this like amazing, like, one of the best players of all time. I think she's very good. But to throw that little commentary in an article that's talk about her behavior, you're saying, hey, her behavior equates to this in a nutshell. And again, just talk for like people that like are like outside looking in that don't want to click on the article and they're just seeing the media headlines. That's what they're seeing. And I want to look at the journalist and go, what was your intent? And secondly, like, I want to look at the editor and go, how did you, in your right conscious mind, decide this is good enough to publish? You could have just said, hey, like, journalist, I'm not going to say her name because I think that, again, started getting reckoned through the mud already. Again, people can do their due diligence and look it up. But you, like, journalists that wrote this article, I see what you're trying to go with this one piece. Maybe make that a separate article in and of itself. And I think you can have a good, nice little opinion commentary piece on it. But to basically say, hey, Caitlin Clark is going to be my little figurehead scapegoat for this, and I'm just going to knit her to that, that's inappropriate. And that's unprofessional. And you shouldn't have done that. And it upsets me because, as like, we're not like journalists. Literally aren't journalists at all. But like, we're in this pseudo news sports industry that we're in right now, doing this podcast, and literally we have to talk about this instead of talk about, hey, the WNBA playoffs are coming up. Let's see who's going to make the playoffs and who's going to win MVP. We're talking about this, and that's sad.
It's honestly embarrassing. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more.
It is sad. It's it's sad and it's annoying because I don't have any interest in I don't have any interest in talking about politics when I want to talk about sports. That's kind of what the whole idea of sports is to get away from kind of the not so bright sides of the world, is to at least for me personally as a man, like I personally I don't want to hear about the happening and I say this with a grain of salt, but I don't want to hear about the things happening across the world. I want to hear about why Will Howard's taking the Steelers to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to hear about. I'm not no offense, but I'm not interested in what's going on in Ukraine or what's going on in Yemen or something random like that, I'm not interested. I'm here. I'm specific, and I should say specifically from a sports article side of things, right? I just think that this article has no place, especially roping in, a player that has done nothing.
Yeah.
Right. Again, basically, they're trying to connect the dots in a very strange way.
They construe things.
Right. But I don't think that she was trying to construe things. I think she was trying to make a point, again, in a certain commentary that, again, talking about her on the court behavior with, you can like it, you can hate it, you can say she's competitive, you can say she's a diva. We don't really care. Or I won't say we don't really care, but it's more stuff like that was the whole point of the article. But to then just take a shot at her fan base and then put her as the face of it and equating it to a completely abhorrent hate crime that happened back in the 50s is not the way to go about it. And it's again, it's a sad day for American journalism in general.
It is indeed. Keep it to the sports. Leave the politics out of it. If you want to make comparisons to other things that have happened in the sports world, that's great. But when you're taking it to a derogatory level, that's a whole nother level that we just do not want to get into. The last thing we want to be talking about, like you guys have both stated, we don't want to be talking about politics. We want to talk about the sports. This is the stuff we enjoy. That's why we do this. We talk about sports. So it sucks that we have to talk about something unrelated to sports in some type of fashion. So, but hopefully things kind of start clearing up, and you know what, they'll take a lesson out of the book and figure out to let's regroup and get things figured out for the future. So on a more brighter note, and this will be up for debate on how exciting this topic is. Just today, the GOAT himself, LeBron James,
Gosh, man,
is now playing for the Philadelphia 76ers. He signed on a 2-year deal, $8 million, with a player option for that last year as well. And now he's going to be following to the likes of Joel Embiid there in Philadelphia. This will now be the third team he's played for in the East, which means he's only played for one team in the West. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited to finally be talking about this. I know you guys are so pumped with me to talk about LeBron James, but all I will say is, first off, I'll get into my take first, but I was a little bit surprised that he went with the 76ers. I get exactly why he did it. Out of all the choices that he was going for, I think the 76ers is his most likely path to winning a championship. I had a discussion with a few other people earlier today. The Warriors is definitely intriguing. It always has been to me. I would love to have seen him team up with Steph Curry over there. But personally, I guess I don't see them being as likely to win a championship compared to 76ers. They have been. I'm not saying they're necessarily on the down low, but I just don't think that they're on par with some of the other teams currently going on. I was shocked he didn't go to Miami, but also unshocked based off of the questions that went out yesterday with them releasing a YouTube video revealing his introductory conference. So it sounds like he probably was planning on going to Miami, but then they just blew it. So disappointment from their YouTube editors and whoever deals with their social media for that. Probably screwed the Heat from claiming him. And then lastly, I would say with Cleveland, he brought them home a championship once. I think it would have made sense for him to have a homecoming, and that's probably where he would retire. But my theory does kind of go that if he has this player option with the 76ers, it's possible he could try and still play for Cleveland, maybe within that last year if he wants to retire a Cleveland Cavalier. That's up for debate, but regardless, I am happy for him in Philadelphia. And yeah, of course, as a LeBron fan, I hope he wins another championship. So those are my 2 cents on it, but I know you guys aren't too excited to talk about it, but give me a little piece of your opinions.
Well, I'll just go ahead and go ahead, Peter.
I'm about to say to our listeners that aren't seeing this on YouTube, if you could imagine the face that Aiden and I are making, you could tell by our silence we do not care. This announcement. Ooh, a 42-year-old, small forward signed with Philly. Aiden, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just rain on the parade here, Levi. No offense. This isn't the championship winning move you think it's gonna be. Like, and if it is, I don't think LeBron is the one moving the needle, like genuinely. And so, like Levi said, or Peter, I don't know which one of you guys said it. There was a very extensive discussion about this in a group chat earlier this afternoon. Sorry, apologize. I just lost my train of thought there. There's a very extensive conversation about this afternoon, and my assessment is this, right? LeBron James is a ball dominant kind of player. He needs the ball in his hand to be at his absolute best ability. The ball needs to be in LeBron James' hands. He has just joined a team with Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, and Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, ball dominant player, likes to have the ball in his hand to make things happen. He can spot up. I will give him that. Jaylen Brown, ball dominant player, likes to have the ball in his hands to try and make things happen. Now, I will say Jaylen Brown's a little bit different. He's more ball dominant of a scorer. He's not much of a playmaker with the ball in his hands. And then you have Tyrese Maxey, one of the best scorers in the NBA. Ball dominant guard, likes to have the ball in his hands and make things happen. There's a reason he led the 76ers in scoring this past year. He probably dang near averaged 30. He was incredible this year. So what do? You go to a team that has 3 ball dominant guards and become the 4th ball dominant player. I would hate to be in that locker room, because guess what? You have 3 other players fighting for the ball. So unless LeBron James is going to pull some rabbit out of his hat and turn into some completely different type of player that he's not, and that's the truth. We saw it in Los Angeles with Luka. Luka needs the ball in his hands. LeBron needs the ball in his hands. They were not a good pairing. It doesn't matter what you say. It's the truth. They were not a good pairing. We saw that. I will say it also didn't help that Los Angeles just had no defense after trading Anthony Davis, but I digress on that point. I just don't understand the move for LeBron specifically. Like Levi mentioned, the Cleveland move, way smarter. It makes sense. He could go to that Cleveland organization, be the ball dominant guy. I mean, you have Donovan Mitchell, who's hurt, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember who.
Yeah.
Darius Garland's gone, so you don't have to worry about him. Evan Mobley is pretty solid over there. Jared Allen's solid. I think he's still there.
You got James Harden obviously up there too.
I did not know. I did not. I did
Did
not
James
remember that.
Harden
James Harden.
resign, or I thought James Harden was still a free agent.
He might be. I'm actually not too sure on that. If anybody.
I think he is. He is. Yeah, he is.
Okay,
A free
we'll
agent.
go based off that he's a free. So yeah, so free agent. So James Harden might not be there now. If he is, then yeah, you have a little bit more or a little less flexibility if James Harden is there. But he's still mainly a scorer in the sense of like I think he could score a spot up too, or but again, it's then one other player you really have to worry about, right? So that's I just yeah. So then so that would have made sense. He could have gone to Golden State. And again, I think it helps with him already having played with Curry in the Olympics. We saw that they do have good chemistry. I do think it would have been a little bit weird potentially with Draymond, because I believe Draymond's still there, even though they declined his option. I believe he re-signed. Um, and Draymond's a very ball dominant player, but we've seen it in the past. Draymond can take a step back, even though I'm not a big Draymond fan. I do think he has a lot of versatility, good playmaker, and I think he can play more off the ball if necessary. And Steph is one of the greatest off-ball players of all time. He probably is the greatest off-ball player of all time, right? So I think that move would have made a lot more sense for LeBron as well.
Mhm.
Just because I think then that allows him to be the playmaker that he is, right? That's where he thrives. He thrives in the ability to make plays and make things happen, you know. And so I just think this is a bottleneck. I think this is. I will give him credit. He took a veteran minimum, which is not so that's not going to kill their salary cap. So maybe they can make a move, you know, later in the year, trade a Jaylen Brown and try and get some assets to build around, you know, some more support cast type players. But I don't know. I just don't love it. Oh, not to mention Jared McCain. Jared McCain's a dog. I think you got to be honest. He's
No,
Thunder.
Jared
That's right.
McCain's
He's with
in
the Thunder.
Oklahoma
That's
City.
right. Thank you. That's right.
So,
But still, my point still stands.
So the two questions that I have for you guys after seeing him sign with Philadelphia today. Number one, do you think it would have been better for him to just stay in LA at that point versus where he is now? And number two, if 76ers are not his best road to getting another championship, then where else do you think he should have gone where he had a most likely shot at winning it all?
The problem is really when you look at the other team situations about who wanted him, right? We had it was Philly, Miami,
Cleveland,
then
and
was
Golden
Cleveland,
State.
right? And Golden State. Golden State's entering the end of their Steph Curry era dynasty run. Because I mean, let's be honest, he's probably 3 seasons, maybe 4 seasons away from calling it a career.
Probably. He's close, I'd say.
Yeah, he's close. You know, again, Golden State's probably going to be entering a rebuild, a hard rebuild, probably here the next a season or two. Okay.
I will say though, is it Felix or Yaxel Lindenborg? He's been unbelievable so far in this like summer league. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to it at all. He's been like unreal in the summer league. So if he can play the role of like what Jonathan Kuminga was playing when he was with us at even a higher capacity with like a better 3-point shooter, that could bring a lot of versatility for the Warriors. Now, that's not to say they're going to be a contender or anything like that, but just wanted to point that out there.
Right. And then you go to Miami. Miami has Bam, and they have Giannis, and that is pretty much it because that's the extent of their team because the rest of them are just people that picked up at the YMCA out in Miami. So again, I think the Heat are in a very situational sort of roster placement right now. Again, we don't know like the extent of what the negotiations were like with Miami and LeBron. If LeBron's asking for too much money, because again, you know, Miami's up against the cap because they have Giannis' contract. Again, Golden State fading dynasty, probably the best for him to go win. And then you have Cleveland. Cleveland, I think, made the most sense in terms of the narrative that LeBron wanted to construct. and the fact that it's the hometown kid come back for one last time, trying to get his hometown city another championship. The problem is the fact that, again, when you look at the Cavaliers, they're also up against the cap. They got Evan Mobley's contract. They got Donovan Mitchell's contract. If they were going, again, talking of like the hypothetical of if Cleveland wasn't trying to sign LeBron to the vet minimum, to what he did in Philly, they would have been like, we have to get rid of a player or two, and I think Cleveland wasn't willing to budge. Then you get Philly. Philly already has 4 starting caliber players, right? They have Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, who was coming off a really good rookie season. They just got Jaylen Brown after moving off Paul George's contract, and they got Joel Embiid. So it makes the most sense for LeBron fit-wise. Here's the problem, though. Aiden and I knows for a fact, again, LeBron, like Levi is a LeBron user. He will go to bat and die for LeBron James. I'm pretty sure Levi's already trying to find a LeBron James jersey to pre-order, right? Because even though like, he says he's a Laker fan, and I'm using that in heavy air quotes right there, because his Laker fandom is all proceeding on LeBron.
It's coming to an end too.
It's 100% coming to an end, and he's gonna be wearing a Philly jersey by next season. Here's the problem, though, guys. Everywhere LeBron has went in his career, what has he done? He's controlled the narrative in every city he's gone to. When he was in Cleveland the first time, controlled the narrative. When he was in, and literally to the point where he went to a Boys and Girls Club outside of Cleveland to announce the fact that he was going to Miami. And then he goes to Miami, controls the narrative. He then leaves Miami, goes back to Cleveland, does the same exact thing, and goes to Lakers, and that's where Levi and every person that's a Laker fan is like, oh my God, LeBron's the best Laker of all time, even though he's never played for the Lakers. Like, who cares, right? He won a Mickey Mouse ring, cool, whatever, I don't care. He's going to Philadelphia. I don't know if, again, we've all talked ad nauseum about how crazy people from Philly are.
Oh yeah,
on this podcast. If you think LeBron James is going to control the narrative in Philadelphia, my brother in Christ, he is going to get a rude awakening because those 76ers fans in Philly are going to rip into him. If they go on a stretch of like 8 games and they lose like 6 out of the next 8 games, LeBron James is like the guy where they're going to nail him to a cross. And he's going to be like, this guy is the reason that we think he should never have come. He's so overrated, blah, blah, blah. Again, do I think it's the best place for him to win? Yeah, I do think so, because it makes the most sense fit-wise, because LeBron is a guy where, again, he's in his 40s. He's going to need to get the ball out of his hands in order to have other people succeed around him. So overall, I think, again, it just makes the most sense for him to go to Philly.
Yeah, without going too deep into it, I mean, I obviously kind of hammered it home in my little spiel earlier. I agree with Peter. Best place to win is with the 76ers. I mean, they were kind of on the doorstep, They're a really solid team, and they were a couple pieces away, I'd say, from a finals appearance, I'd say. But I think personally, I think the better decision would have been Cleveland, because again of the points I mentioned, where he kind of can play more of his typical role of that ball dominant player and make the plays happen, as opposed to now he has to try and find a way to adjust to a system that doesn't support his style of play. Because if I'm the 76ers, I won't play running through Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, because they have a deadly pick and roll capability, and Tyrese Maxey has a deadly ISO ability, right? So, but then to answer your question on, he definitely should not have stayed with the Lakers. Like, leaving the Lakers was probably the best decision he could have made. I just think he should have gone to Cleveland personally. Now, Cleveland, he's probably not winning a championship. It's just more a farewell tour at that point. But even with the 76ers, even if they do win a championship this year, I don't think anyone's looking and saying it's because LeBron was with the Sixers. Truthfully, I don't. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, today when I was at work, on the same group chat with the other couple of buddies of ours, there was like 85 text messages like this afternoon when LeBron James signed with the 76ers. And I just went, well, and I just like did all like the red thing just to make sure those 85 text messages were off my phone.
I will say too, this is not coming from a hater's mindset. Everything I have said is coming from a strict basketball enjoyer's mindset. Like I love basketball, but there are actual realities you have to consider when you are bringing on a player like that, right? Like I would say the exact same thing if the 76ers were bringing on Giannis. Giannis is a ball dominant player. He needs the ball in his hands. Now, I will say I think they would be better off with Giannis because he is at this stage in his career a more dominant player than LeBron is, and that's partially due to age and whatnot. But I would still say it's the same idea of where there's too many cooks in the kitchen. That's the best way to say it. And that's what the problem 76ers are going to run into this year.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know. As a LeBron fan, I'm excited for it. But do I truthfully think there'll be a whole lot of success? That'll be up for decision. We'll see how he fits into that whole Philadelphia narrative. So good luck to them. Good luck to their fans. As LeBron, man, he's gonna get eaten up there in Philadelphia. We have our whole discussion about Philly. So good luck to them. We shall see if this makes them finals contenders. So moving on, we have some MLB things to talk about. So we are going to do a tier list. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
Baseball.
I'm sorry it's taken so long to talk about baseball here, but we're now in the middle of the season. We're halfway through. So we thought it would be more appropriate to go and rank these teams on a tier list now that we're halfway through the season and see what we have look forward to as we get into our later half of the season. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get started here with our tier list. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up here for you guys. But so we got a few different categories. So our S tier is World Series bound. A tier, making the playoffs. B tier, you got to be quicker than that. C tier is meh. Waiting till football season is D tier. And explosive diarrhea is F tier. And during before the show, I'm really sorry for this, but I put at the bottom tier just Mets, just because it's the Mets. So sorry about that, Mets fan. I have a lot of hate for New York.
Can we just cut the formalities and throw the Rockies at the bottom and their Giants and the Mets? Yeah, can we just
is it in that order?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So we have the Rockies, we have the Giants,
the Angels, and the Mets.
Angels.
Because they are brutal to watch this year.
Rockies, Giants, Angels, and it was the Mets you said?
The Mets.
Oh, right there. Thank you. The Mets. Okay. Well, that's tough. I'm sorry, Mets. I guess you still are that bad this year. Bottom up.
I would agree with that assessment.
I agree with that. Okay, so then I guess let's start from the bottom here. So waiting till football season. Respectfully, I hate to say it, the Reds are probably in that category.
Hang on.
Unless you have a good argument to put them higher.
Hang on.
Give me a good argument why.
Hang on. We are not there yet. We are very, very close. We are like 2 sweeps away from being there. But I only say that because they are fighting back a little bit right now. The biggest issue is we just can't. We've put together a couple series wins in a row. We just need to start putting together wins in a row. Is the hard part.
Yeah,
right?
Easier said than done.
Yes, but just hear me out. We're not there yet. We're really, really close, but we're not there yet.
Hey guys, this is post edit Levi here. We had a little technical difficulties with Peter's audio during part of this segment, so I do apologize how it'll get silent at sometimes with him, so you won't hear much of his takes. If you really want to know what he had to say about the Reds, essentially we suck, so that's totally fair. So, but bear with us and go ahead, take it away, Aiden.
You are unfortunately telling the truth, I suppose. Okay, but like we're at least top of waiting till football season.
We're top away until football season. Okay. Our
Yeah.
Reds are going in the football season tier. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what other than the Reds, what other teams do we have within this tier that you guys would argue is at that level right now?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, how are the Tigers this year? Tigers are probably within that range right now, if I'm correct. What do you guys think?
I would agree. Tigers at 49 and 54 right now, and they've been struggling. Is Tarek Skubal still hurt? Like, if he's still hurt, that doesn't help.
Looks like right now he is available. But I don't know how much of a difference that makes for the Tigers. But I mean, I'm okay with doing that unless you have an argument for them.
I mean, Javier Baez is day to day right now. I would say
Okay, so waiting for football season for them. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. And I mean,
probably the Athletics are also in the waiting for football season tier.
yeah, I would actually agree, and they need to update their logo because they are no longer in Oakland. Sorry to those fans.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hang on. So are we basing this based off of like preseason expectations, or are we basing this based
Oh,
off
I would
of,
say
like,
where they are right now. Where they are right now.
Okay. Then I would say that Oakland's in the waiting till football season then for sure.
I think San Diego is also in this section. Personally.
I don't hate that, yeah.
Because I think with their expectations, also like the fact that they're below 500, they're right now sitting third place. They're way they're gonna have to have a lot of things go their way in order to make the wild card happen, and they're probably going to be trading some assets at the deadline. So I think they're going to be in the category.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree.
I think another team that could fit this category is also Houston.
I was kind of debating with Houston. I think they probably, I mean, truthfully, I would say mostly any team that does not currently have a winning record probably belongs in the football season category.
No, that's
not entirely everyone, but most of them probably are going to. I mean, when you're halfway through the season and you're not looking too great, you're below 500. It's like your season's probably already over at this point, but I'm sure there are a few standouts.
Not necessarily.
Like, I mean, where would you guys put the Blue Jays?
The Blue Jays are, especially with expectations, I mean,
they're waiting for football season.
Yeah, they're waiting for football season. But I was gonna say like the Red Sox, they are above 500 and they went on that massive winning streak. But I would probably put them in mid, even though there's an argument
right.
For,
I agree.
How to be quicker than that.
Also, I just looked this up. We got to put the Royals in explosive diet because they are. I did not realize they're 43 and 61.
No.
Not in waiting for football.
Down.
Yeah, explosive diet. Yeah, they are bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are not good.
I think the Diamondbacks, Levi. I think I put the Diamondbacks in.
I put the Diamondbacks in. You got to be quicker than that. Second in the National League West right now. Probably, I mean, minimum in a wild card spot, I'd imagine.
They are in the wild card. No, yeah. Yeah, that's a good. That's a good
I'd put them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the playoff teams out of here. I think Cubs are in it.
Yeah, Cubs, Brewers, Dodgers. Well, okay, never mind.
Well, Dodgers might
We're
be
doing
World
making the
Series
playoffs.
bound.
Yeah, making the playoffs. Yeah.
Cubs and You think
Cubs.
Brewers are just
Oh
making
yeah,
playoffs?
Brewers. Oh yeah,
Yes, Brewers,
100%. They make the
100%.
playoffs like every year.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately,
Peter, do we
Honestly, might
agree
be
that the
Philly.
Rangers take the American League West and make the playoffs over
I don't know.
the
That freaking
Mariners?
that division's horrible.
Oh, throw the White Sox in making the playoffs, man. They've been
really,
they've
the White
been
Sox.
solid. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
top
they've
of the
been the best
Central.
team in the American League Central.
Wow, good for them. They don't have a lot of success. I mean, over the past few years, so good for them.
I think you would put Cleveland below that. You're making the playoffs. I think I'd be quicker than that
Just below that,
because they had
yeah.
a bad start. Yeah, they had a very bad start.
I mean, they're only second in the Central right now. Behind the
I
White
think
Sox.
Yankees got. I think Yankees got to put make it playoffs. Same thing with the Rays.
Just
I
making
agree.
playoffs. That actually sounds a little surprising to me. I mean, people always speak so highly of the Yankees. I'm surprised they're not just in the World Series bound tier.
Well, if you were gonna put either of those two teams, you'd have to put the Rays over the Yankees because the Rays are top of division in the East, and they've been playing.
Well, we're not
unbelievable
going
baseball.
by specific ones.
Yeah,
like
but
we're
I'm just
throwing them
saying,
in
like,
category.
I'm
Sure.
saying in comparison, like, if we were to throw the Yankees up in the World Series bound, I think you'd have to throw the Rays up there. Like, just based off how the season's been going and whatnot.
Yeah.
Who do we have left? Pirates, Marlins, okay,
Pirates are
Dodgers can
putting
go World
meh.
Series.
Dodgers for sure
Yeah.
World Series. That's for certain.
Pirates,
Braves
yeah,
are
I agree
playoff
about
bound.
meh.
Pirates are meh.
I agree with the Braves.
Braves playoff bound.
Braves will be in playoffs. What about your Cardinals,
I think
Peter?
you would put.
I think the Cardinals are playoff bound. I think we're gonna
No,
get. I think the
no, they're
Central
not.
gets 3 teams in.
No, they're not. We're
I mean,
behind the.
I
Pirates
think-
right now.
I know, but I think the Cardinals get hot late here, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
They typically
You
do,
think
do
they're
they not?
playoff bound?
I think they're gonna get hot. Okay, what about you? No, sorry, you got to be quicker than that.
Yes.
I forgot that was
I
a
know.
tier.
Fair enough.
You're almost there, but you gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, I forgot that was a tier. Not gonna lie. So
Yeah, Pirates are meh. I put Baltimore in meh as well. They're not
I
bad, but
agree.
they're not good.
yeah,
I think
Um,
Houston.
I'm-
Houston,
I'm
you
low
said you
key
had
Houston,
in
like
the
that
football
whole
season,
AL
right?
West is so bad.
call me crazy. I'm throwing Mariners and the Rangers both in meh.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think
I
you throw
think
the
the
whole entire
West is
AL
just-
West in meh. Outside of the
Outside
Athletics.
of the Angels and the Athletics, yeah,
Yeah,
Mariners and
put
Rangers in Met
all three.
and the Astros.
and the
yeah.
Astros.
They are literally the NFC South of baseball.
I'd just like to point out, man, they I don't know what their graphic designer went with, but they got some very similar logos there.
Well, again, we're on tier makers, so this is not like the official logos, but it's
True.
close enough.
Do we throw the Twins and you got to be quicker than that? Because like
Let me look
the
this up.
Twins, I feel like have always been kind of right there.
They are a lot better than they were. A lot of people expected coming into the season because they were selling off a lot of pieces.
I mean, right now they're in like the mediocre range for record wise. But
I think you got to put them in meh because I think the Guardians are better than them. They will finish with a better record.
Okay. So that leaves us with the Phillies, the Marlins, the Nationals, and the Red Sox.
Nationals you put in meh category because the rebuild is going in the right direction, but they're not there yet.
Yeah. I think Red Sox are gonna be. You got to be quicker than that, or I could see them also making the. I mean, they're in such an unfortunate position being in the East with the Yankees and the Rays. Like, because they're not playing bad baseball. Again, they got hot there, and their winning streak did come to an end, unfortunately. But I still think they should be at minimum. You got to be quicker than that because they are playing good ball right now. And in any
talk
other
about the-
division, the Red Sox. And like in pretty much
Red
almost
Sox.
any other division, they're at least second in most other divisions. Actually, it's a lie. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you gotta go. You gotta be quicker than that though, because their start was
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they were 11 games below 500 before entering the All-Star break, and then like they barely got above 500 when the All-Star break happened. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Phillies. You would go with. I don't know. I won't say playoff bound, but I'm a little trepidatious about it.
I mean, it's the Phillies. I feel like they always finish the year decently well and like enough to make it in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if they get hot, if Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper are playing really good ball, and is Garrett Crochet with the Phillies or is he with the Red Sox?
Red Sox.
Ignore everything.
I think you go Phillies, playoff bound, Marlins. You gotta be quicker than them. I think the Browns just barely miss it.
Yeah. I like how there's only one team that I feel like is like 100% making the World Series.
Well, I mean, they've won 2
You
in a
spend
row.
like $1 billion on your team. What are you gonna do?
They got the
Larry
money.
Smith, the GDP of a small country to win a World Series.
Literally.
Honestly, they should just be in a tier of their own. Well, they already are in a tier of their own, but they need their own tier because they're, and you just label it, we have the money. Because they do.
Yeah.
They have the money.
Yeah.
Of course
Literally.
they're going to win a World Series. How could they not? But I think generally this is a pretty good list going forward here. Leave in the comments below if we got this tier list right, and unless you think there are some corrections that should be, like the Reds, should they be higher? But I don't think anybody's going to put them higher than football season, so that's just my opinion.
Single season.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Cincinnati fans are.
Yeah, honestly, that's true. But we do have Skyline Chili though. We got Skyline.
God.
That's true. Skyline Chili is fire.
We love our Skyline. Moving on now, we're getting closer and closer, guys, to the college football season, and it's going to be here before we know it. So we got to preview a few things in regards to the Big Ten and the SEC. So we have a little bit of, I guess, kind of sort of a game. But what we're going to do is we're going to judge these two specific conferences through some categories. So we're just going to go ahead get started with that. So between the Big Ten and the SEC, who do we think are the best teams within those conferences?
I think we go Big Ten first. Just like break it down one by one.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So we'll break it down one to one. So yeah. So for the Big Ten, as far as we go with the Big Ten, who do we think is the best team?
I think we all know what the best team is.
I think we all know what the best team is.
We do.
All right, let's say it on three.
You're just about to say Oregon.
2, 3.
Ohio State. Okay. Thank you, Peter.
Right.
Thank you.
We all know Ohio State's the best one.
Over Indiana, in your opinion?
I think Indiana's gonna be out there competitive, but like on paper, like Indiana's or Ohio State's the best on paper.
Yeah, and Indiana is without a doubt worse, not because like their coaching staff is worse. Obviously, Cignetti's a great coach and whatnot, but you lost a lot of pieces after last year. So it's just going to be about how they recover, especially with losing Fernando Mendoza, and go from there.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to make it I'm trying to be completely unbiased, but I guess Ohio State still arguably probably has one of the best rosters in the Big Ten. It's kind of difficult to go up against that. We just got another 5-star wide receiver during the offseason. So, I mean, things just continue to be in the right direction for Ohio State. Whether or not that they're actually going to go and potentially win it all this year, especially after kind of their disappointing performance last year in the playoffs, is up for debate. But there's still no question that the talent is there. The roster is all set for them to succeed. It makes sense that they're still going to be the best team in the Big Ten. So let's spice over to the SEC. So out of the SEC, who do we think's the best?
We're only
team?
doing Big Ten.
No, Levi, we're only doing Big Ten right now.
We're only so we're gonna do all categories first. Okay.
All Tigers first, then we'll do SEC.
Okay. So then in the Big Ten, who is the worst team? Undoubtedly.
Purdue. Purdue. Guys, it's not even quite. Guys, they've won 3 games in the past 2 years.
Rutgers isn't that
Rutgers
good either.
I know Rutgers isn't that good either, but like they're a 4-8, 5-7 team every year. Like Purdue has won 3 games combined in the last 2 seasons.
True.
And two of those 3 wins have been against Indiana State and FCS school.
They didn't win a single game last year either.
No,
Yeah,
they won a game. They won a game.
No, I'm looking at their record. I'm looking at their standings from last year. They didn't win anything.
Oh, with the Big Ten.
Sorry. I'm looking at it within the Big Ten. You're right. Yeah, my fault. But they couldn't beat a single Big Ten opponent regardless. Because if we're simply
they're
going
the
Big Ten,
worst one, guys.
they're the worst one.
They're the worst one.
I think
they're on their 3rd different head coach in like 5 seasons.
I think
They are. I'm not. Yeah, no, they are. I'm not saying they're not bad. Like they are very bad. I just don't know if I don't know. I mean, we can go per. I mean, I guess it's really up to opinion at the end of the day between all of us. Like I don't necessarily.
Again, I go Purdue.
I would actually change my vote to like Maryland or Michigan State. I don't think they're gonna be that good either. Still.
Well, which one, Maryland or Michigan State?
I'd probably go Maryland over Michigan State just because Michigan State I think has a higher ceiling than Maryland.
Okay. So I went Purdue, Aiden went Maryland, Levi.
I would probably still say Purdue. Yeah, I mean, I think Maryland and even Michigan State do have slightly more success than what Purdue has had, like you said, in the last few seasons. So I'm going to stick with Purdue.
All right.
Okay.
Next one's most surprising, right?
The most surprising team.
I think Northwestern is going to surprise a lot of people.
Isn't there a new stadium completed? Isn't it going to be ready for this year?
It's going to be completed by like October, I believe.
Okay.
Like that's when they're actually going to have their first game.
Yeah, I think Northwestern might surprise a lot of people, though, to be honest.
I could see that.
Or Minnesota. I like PJ Fleck a lot. I actually love Minnesota, to be honest with you. I could see Minnesota surprising some teams. Or not teams, but people.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Could you make an argument with Penn State? I mean, do you think they'll have everything under control after the whole debacle with James Franklin, and now they have a whole year to kind of regather themselves and be set up?
No.
Even if they did do well, I wouldn't really call it a surprise. Like you kind of expect that out of Penn. Like I think this past year was a surprise, them to being as bad as they were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're I'd personally go with Washington.
That was another one I considered too, but
I don't know. It's tough, but yeah, I would actually, yeah, I think I'll probably go with Northwestern.
And I'll take Minnesota. So that way we're not.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go with Northwestern. Aiden's got Minnesota, and Peter, you had Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then I guess I think I know what I probably would then say for this next category. The most disappointing team, I guess I'll probably say Penn State. Again, I guess after the failure that occurred, I guess now I'm going to say the complete opposite is maybe they're not going to be ready for this season. Maybe there's going to be a lot of struggles with their new head coach, and the team just won't be under control, given that exit they had last year. So they very well could be a very disappointing team, given the success they've had for over a decade now. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they were also disappointing this year.
I'm gonna go with USD.
Good pick.
I think USD again. Right now, like a lot of USC fans are fed up with Lincoln Riley. They want him out, and I think this might be a good letdown for them because again, like they're right there on the college football playoff cusp. But I think that again, like Lincoln Riley and choke this away somehow.
I'm debating if I want to potentially like get blown up by every Indiana fan in the nation, or if I want to get blown up by every Oregon fan in the nation.
Oregon, you really think that?
Really?
Uh,
I mean,
the only
Oregon's a
reason
regular
I think
season
that
merchant.
the only reason I think Oregon potentially could be a bit of a letdown. It's not like because I think they're super garbage or blah
They
blah blah yada yada
definitely are.
yada, right? Like they're a good team. I'm just like I don't know. I love Dante Moore, and that's why I'm saying like I don't think I can actually go with them realistically. So I think I'd actually say I think Indiana. It's going to be probably the biggest letdown team or most disappointing, and it's because of the fact they are bringing in essentially a whole new roster outside of a couple of positions.
Kurt Sicknay's going to take that quote that you just made and just like put on his bulletin board.
He's taking that.
Probably.
He's taking that personally right there. He's
Probably
100%.
Again, I would love to be proven wrong. I do like Indiana. I mean a bit. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. I just find it hard. It's really hard to do. The things like, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Lastly, for the Big Ten, the winner of the conference. Who's winning the conference? I think it probably sums up to a few teams: Ohio State, Oregon, potentially Indiana once again. But if I'm actually going to be full bias here, I am going to pick Ohio State. I do think that they'll win it this year.
I mean, I'm also taking Ohio State, and not in a biased way, just genuinely. Like,
I'm gonna go opposite of you guys. I'm gonna go with Indiana because I think Kurt Signetti is a freaking madman and is gonna be going through a hair in the Big Ten. Like, dude, let's be honest. He took Indiana and made them national champion. If you would have said that 10 years ago, that hey, Indiana is gonna be a national champion in college football, I would have said in college football, like the video game, probably, but not in real life. But hey, Kurt Signetti, if he can do it twice in a row, who says he can't do it 3 times in a row? And I think he's got the right mindset and the right players to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, Ohio State and Indiana, they do play each other in the regular season at Indiana on October 17th. So most likely, whoever wins that game is probably going to be the winner of the conference.
Don't sleep on Oregon.
I'm not going to sleep on Oregon, but I just have a funny feeling that it could potentially be between those two on determining who wins it all in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to the SEC. So first off, who do we think is the best team for the SEC?
Texas.
Really, Texas?
Yeah, Texas is the best team on earth.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust Arch Manning like that.
I know there's a lot of people hesitant about him right now. I mean,
it
seems like every early rankings have him favored, but
looking at every other SEC team, like who's Georgia running out there? I don't know. Who's Tennessee running out there? I don't know. Who's Alabama running out? Like, so actually, realistically, it is probably Texas.
Yeah, again, like Texas like brought in like one of the best like recruiting classes and transfer classes I've had in a while. So,
do you think LSU is up on that list?
No.
I don't know.
LSU's been like irrelevant, to be honest.
Okay, so we'll go with best team. Probably going to be Texas, which, yeah, I mean, I guess no one's talking about Alabama, which still kind of surprises me, but I know given their coach, doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of success there, but that could be just me. Okay, so then who's the worst team?
South Carolina. To me personally, I think it's South Carolina.
Okay.
Like again, they have nothing going, no good offensive weapons. Their defense is like Swiss cheese. Like can't stop anything.
South Carolina over Kentucky, though, there's like an argument Kentucky shouldn't even be in the SEC anymore.
What about Arkansas?
I think Arkansas will be in a better place. I just think that
I think
last year was just
Kentucky, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Then again, we're individually going through.
Yeah,
this.
that's
There's no
true.
consensus.
That's true. I'm personally, I'm gonna say Arkansas. They are probably the laughing stock of the SEC. I'm not trying to make it sound offensive and stuff, but there's a lot of big teams
Say
out
what
there.
you mean. Say what you mean, Leo.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the Razorbacks suck. The Razorbacks suck.
Yep, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Razorback fans, I can tell you exactly where he lives. Just let me know.
No. You don't want to pick a fan with. Hey, I had a sibling of mine go to an SEC school. You don't want to pick a fight with Arkansas fans. They are crazy people. And I'm saying that in a very nice way.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. So
they
can come and beat up Levi.
They will probably find Levi where he lives.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well,
but can we take a pause? No. Yeah. Wait. No. I'm sorry. Never mind. Forget what I said there.
Okay.
Let's go to the most surprising team. Who's going to be the most surprising team this year?
Vanderbilt, not in a positive way.
Are you going to say they're going to be disappointing?
Are they going to have that? Are they going to have that one game where
I guess it's most surprising mean that?
Are they going to have that one game
where they're
the severe underdog?
Missouri.
Are we going to have that one game where the severe underdog and they're going to go and take out a field goal post?
You said Missouri.
Yeah, I think Missouri will be the most surprising in a positive way.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that you changed it on that, did not do Vanderbilt, because I would argue they are a fairly decent team. Now, a lot of their wins last year where it resulted in a field goal post game destroyed, they did come in close games, but you know what? They're on the up and running, and honestly, good for them. But so most surprising team though, I think you probably could be right on that. I think I will actually go with LSU. I think that they could have a chance to surprise us this year. Maybe we'll have a decent squad put together, but I'm going to choose them as my most surprising. Yeah, with Lane Kiffin. That's the biggest reason I would probably choose LSU. A lot of people are probably favoring them because of Lane Kiffin. I know we've had our whole debacle with Lane Kiffin and stuff, but you know what? He made Ole Miss look really good this last year, and even without him at the helm, they did have a pretty decent run in the playoffs. So if he kind of matches to that level he had at Ole Miss, then I think he can have some success with LSU.
Yeah. So
I gotta give mine still. I'm gonna go Ole Miss. I think they're gonna be a lot better than what people expect them without Lane Kiffin.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I would agree with that. Most disappointing team. Who's gonna be disappointing?
Vanderbilt.
LSU.
No explanation needed. Not a bad pick
LSU.
either.
I think that like with the expectations for Lane Kiffin is make playoffs with this team, and they're not going to get there.
Not a bad pick either.
I'm taking Alabama. I think they're going to be disappointing this year, personally. And matter of fact, I hope they are. I'm going to get a lot of hate from Alabama fans, but I hope they're disappointing this year. I've seen enough of their faces.
Fair enough.
And last but not least, the winner of the conference. Who's winning?
Texas.
Yeah.
I think it's Texas.
No debate there. It's going to be Texas. Hook 'em. That's right. Well, okay.
Horns down, personally, but...
Well, we do have to face them the second week of the season. So, yeah, absolutely hoping for horns down. Okay. We're going to finish up here. We have one more game time with Buckeye Breakdown. So what this is simply we are 7 weeks away from the start of the college football season. Particularly, of course, me and Aiden being big Ohio State fans, we are looking forward to this season and we're very excited for it. So we came up with a little game. Over the next 7 weeks, we are going to describe. I'm going to describe a play to Aiden. I'm going to play a little audio clip from a specific game, and Aiden's goal is to guess the play, the team, and the year. If he gets all those right, he is going to earn some points off of that. And those points are going to be calculated over the next 7 weeks. And if he hits certain target number of points, he's going to win a prize by the start of the college football season. So,
cool.
Yeah, I've been playing for it because Aiden, he being the Ohio State
It'll
fan,
just be a Michigan Wolverine helmet.
Oh, watch it, bro.
Being the Ohio State fan,
Levi.
Huh.
If he doesn't certain points, because mind you, like what's the threshold for the prize? Like how many points does he need to get in order to make?
I think it's
Yes,
20 out of 28.
20 out of 28
Possible.
at least.
20 out of 20. I just want to point this out. If he gets below 10 points, Aiden has to face paint his face in Michigan colors.
Oh gosh.
Okay, like, hang on.
For one episode.
One episode. Okay.
One episode.
One episode.
That I could probably
For one
swing that, I
episode.
suppose.
And and mind you, if this video on YouTube gets 15 likes, Aiden's gonna do a live stream, Ohio State stream with the Michigan face paint on it.
Oh gosh.
What is this light goal? What the heck is that? I didn't agree to this.
Man. These stakes. Oh my gosh. These stakes.
Hey, we're doing it for content, baby. We're doing it for content, baby.
For those of you who don't know, I'm just gonna say this briefly.
Downfall.
Peter is going at this because of the hate he got after losing in fantasy football last year. So I just want to point that out.
10 likes or 15 likes, I do the face paint. If I get under 10 points, I do the stream with the face paint. I feel like that's way more reasonable.
Dude, either way, you're going to do the face paint.
No, I know, but 15 likes and I have to do a stream with it, it's kind of wild. Or wait, are you saying if I get under 10 points and we get 15 likes?
No. If you get under 10 points, you do a podcast episode, Michigan color face paint.
Okay.
If we get 15 likes on the video, you do a stream. Watch an Ohio State game or in a Michigan game. I think more of a Michigan game now I think about it. You watch a Michigan game and you have to root for Michigan while wearing the face paint. If it gets 15.
Okay, but I feel like that should like also be tied to if I get under the threshold.
No, because the community decides. If they like the video,
fine.
If they like the video,
fine. All right.
The community
just
decides.
can't
so again, if you're listening to this on Spotify, go to our YouTube look up From the Couch Sports Podcast, like the video. We episode 17. Make sure
I would like to vote for 30 likes. I think 30 likes is a little bit more reasonable.
Never above like 5 on a video. So
our expectations are high for these likes, guys.
Times.
So if you want that, man, send those likes in there.
I have to root for Michigan. That's like going
root for Michigan and wear face paint.
Yeah, that's like 30 likes. I think is realistic. Let's go 30, because then you could just like go talk to 15 random people and say, "Hey, go like this YouTube video." 30 is at least harder to talk to 30 random people.
I'm just rooting for your downfall for content.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. All right, look, let's get into this.
He does love the downfall.
Anyone wondering, the reason that I was picked for this is because I generally have a better knowledge of random plays through over. I'm very scared of what Levi's about to be pulling out for this because
don't worry, it's not going to be absolutely horrible here. So
this is, and for reference, this is from 2000 and on, and I was born in 2004. So
yeah, I don't think you. I don't think you have too much to worry about here. So, but let's go ahead. Let's get right into this clip here, and let's see what you determine here. Here we go.
Play fake. Barrett looks in the end zone in the corner. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Unbelievable. Oh my goodness.
Ruling on the field. It was a completed pass for a touchdown.
He pinned that onto the corner's back.
I know what this is.
This is against Oklahoma in 2016. No, we played him. Yeah, 16, or it might have been earlier. Because it was Baker Mayfield. The following year, they went and played us and beat us in the shoe. Might have been 15. And what's the other?
And then the
What
play.
was the?
What play is that?
It was Evan Spencer, I'm pretty sure. No, Noah Brown catching it against the back of the Oklahoma defender.
You got it. You got it. What year are you saying on there? What's the year are you gonna say?
15.
Final answer.
Final answer.
It's 2016. You obviously got Oklahoma right, and it was
course,
Noah
bro.
Brown. So with
Wait,
that, yeah,
hang on. I said 2016 first, though.
You
Is
said
that-
2015 was your final guess.
you
so.
did say it was your final
whatever.
answer, buddy. But yes, you would be correct though. In
Buckeyes out of timeouts. Play fake. Barrett looks in the end zone in the corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
Touchdown!
What an incredible play off the back. I was just. I'm gonna shout out.
Unbelievable.
He did actually
Oh my goodness.
Ruling on the field. It was a completed pass for
he knew exactly what it was. So man, like props to that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, I wish you would have picked 2016, but yeah, you did go with final guess of 2015. So you did get 2 points out of that. So congratulations, Aiden.
Whoa, hold on.
What?
I should have had 3 minimum. I got the
Or,
team.
oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Guessing the play is worth 2 points. So you did get 3 points. The maximum you could have earned was 4. So you got 4 points
I
off
think
of
I
it.
should have low key. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Very good. Peter, I do believe you have to go real quick because there is one other thing I just need to briefly talk about. But Peter, if you do have to go, by all means, you're more
I
than
have
welcome
to go,
sign off.
fellas. So
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
Appreciate
got to
you,
sign up. I
twin.
got to go. Salute.
Yep.
Hey, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Okay,
Yes,
bye.
sir.
See you later, Peter. Okay.
W exit.
Yeah. Well, okay. The last thing we're gonna do real quick, I just kind of wanted to talk about real quickly about your guys' softball season again, because there was one particular thing that happened this week that I wanted to touch on.
Why do we need to touch on Ethan hitting a home run? Respect.
Hey, man. Okay, yeah. So
All
brother,
respect to my older brother for hitting his first career homer, but
the dude had his first career home run, and it was actually pretty impressive. And so I just wanted to give Ethan a quick shout out for his
shout
game.
out to the kid, man. Shout out to the kid.
Yeah, he had an incredible game. I believe it was his. I think he mentioned in his first game as well. He had hit a in park grand slam, right?
It was just it's an inside the park home run. It wasn't.
Yeah,
really,
it bases were loaded though, right?
that
right.
part I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember, but
Gotcha. But yeah, wanted a quick shout out to Ethan, man.
it didn't matter. We lost the first game, so
Hey,
no offense to him.
He's getting his personal props. So Ethan, I wanted to give a quick shout out to you. So congratulations on getting your first home run. Very exciting opportunity for you. So man, great job. So I guess with that said, thank you guys again so much for listening to us. Be sure to leave a like on this video, and I guess we need to get a certain amount of likes so that we can start face painting Aiden Michigan colors. So boom up those likes. Make sure to subscribe to us. So with that said, thank you guys all for watching. This has been Peter, who's already left. This is Aiden, and then you got me. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you guys next time.